Hello, guys. Eu sou a Nista.
Hello.
Hello, bitches.
Hello. 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 Oh, no.
All week long.
All rise, order in the court. And Hector didn't have any green bean casserole.
I don't blame you. You dodged a bullet there. Glad to hear that.
If you say so. I grabbed macaroni and cheese the other day for Thanksgiving, and it turned out it was a hash brown casserole.
Hey, those are pretty good too. Nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
but it's weird when you think you're eating macaroni and cheese. You go, what is?
Yeah, you got that far without realizing what it was.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did. It might have had something to do with the peanut butter whiskey. Good to see everybody. It is court time. I know we're going to jump onto Knox County. That's a great way to start, I guess.
I mean, why not? There was so much that went on while we were gone. A lot of holiday court. It even said holiday arraignment at a couple of places I saw.
Nice.
So yeah, everybody had a great time. Hopefully everyone had a fantastic holiday. I know I did. Fantastic. Creed, yourself?
Happy to be home.
Oh. You just get there today, or?
No, we came at I came at Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Emily got home late last night because she had birthday parties and all kinds of things happening in Myrtle Beach. But that was my first time back and spending some actual time for a while. Listen, Flusher, when you have family engagements, you have to get rid of your homeless beard, you know.
Can't show up like he's, just got done doing the show. He's got to show up like a proper gentleman.
I'm sure it is. I saw their live and got a lot scheduled too.
Yeah, they've been having issues, I'm guessing, from the conversation I saw the jailer having with the magistrate, but I'm guessing they've worked out some of the kinks and a lot going on. I did record Amarillo a while ago. There's one case that we're going to look at from that in a little while. So, yeah, hopefully everybody's enjoying life. I know I am. I spend one day enjoying Thanksgiving, and then the other days I watched television, worked on show stuff, and that's about it. I watched about 100 hours of our content in the last few days, trying to figure out where we can do a few things differently, and it's been good. Rot. Look, Rot's here, Creed.
Look at that. Great band.
What a great band. What a great, if you haven't checked those guys out, what are you waiting for? Wow. We've been blessed already.
Love it. All right, let's head over to Knox County and see their holiday.
Get through this.
Hey, Bishop's here.
I got Philip.
Bishop, everybody.
Is that the one that
I like
was
we got
he supposed to
leftovers.
be here, or is he the one that was in the wrong place? He was on video court this morning. Is that him?
No, that was Brooks, I believe.
Okay.
Even
What's
leftovers
your name,
here
sir?
in Knox County.
102. What if it's the same dude or not?
I like to think it is. I like to think he's like the Otis of Knox County. Gets drunk, he throws him in his cell, he lets him sober up, and he lets himself in and out. That's how I think about it.
Did you fill out this document?
Yeah.
Is everything on here true and correct?
Good man.
Okay, give me one moment here.
Yeah.
Carol.
Hello, Carol.
That's a weird picture Carol had. What is that? Someone trying to sneak up and kill a turkey? Or
You got a
is this
number of rights.
murder?
You have a right to have an attorney. If you want an attorney and cannot afford one, this court will appoint one to represent you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything about this case if you choose not to. Anything you say can and will be used against you. and you have a right to have a preliminary hearing on these matters. Right now, it appears as though
He needs something to eat.
you've got an attachment
Yeah.
for it's a simple possession. It appears as though there was a failure to appear. You have a $750 cash bond on this matter.
Cash.
Have you had an
money.
attorney in Knox County previously?
Court appointed
Who'd you have? Do you know?
Kathy Vargas was the last one.
Robin?
He said Kathy.
Vargas,
Yeah. How is that going?
I guess she quit.
Good job.
She's
Quiet
I see
out.
George Pettigrew. Did you get him?
She quit. Thank you,
Yeah.
Kay.
Okay. Well, did you ever meet with him?
I talked with him on the phone.
Okay.
He did meet with
That
the
went
mayor.
all right, then we're gonna put him back on this thing.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna put George Pettigrew on this matter. Once again, it is an attachment for failure to appear on simple possession. It's a Class A misdemeanor.
Think he has self cleaned up yet, Creed?
$750 cash bond. We're going to put this case in misdemeanor court. If you haven't bonded out, it's going to be set on 11/30. That's this coming Wednesday.
It's at 750, right?
At that
was
time,
just
you'll have the assistance of an
750.
attorney.
less than
Yeah.
100 to get out.
Money.
What is today? Monday? So Tuesday, Wednesday. So today's
All right.
Monday. You're in there on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Have any questions?
My God, this man had no idea what day of the week it was.
All right. Well, you're good to go, sir.
It's Monday. He'll be back Wednesday. Angela's here today.
He didn't seem to really care.
No, he really just like, yeah, I'll just stay here. Unlike other, like in Amarillo, they'll give you money for every day you're in there. They don't do that here in
That one was
Knox.
just one sheet.
Get a little closer there, Bishop. Black Bishop.
Come on in.
What's your name, sir?
McLean, Thomas Lee McLean.
Thomas McLean. Ain't he the guy from Die Hard? 102 is interacting.
Yeah,
Did you fill
guy
out this document?
the guy in 102 now is the guy
Is
that
everything
looks like
on
he's
here true
stealing,
and
right?
correct?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. You have a number of rights. You have a right to have an attorney. If you want an attorney and cannot afford one, this court will appoint one to represent you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything about this case. If you choose not to, anything you say can and will be used against you. And you have a right to have a preliminary hearing on these matters.
They are talking it up back there. Look at
Yeah,
them.
they're talking sports, obviously.
Did you see that game yesterday?
So it appears as though you've got ag burglary, C felony, and an aggravated assault domestic C felony. We're going to go through a number of questions and we're going to set a bond for you this morning.
First question: how is your
the-
Thanksgiving?
These charges are
Mhm.
not ones that are eligible for pretrial release, so it'll have to be a bond.
Yeah, he did. Ernie Hudson, yeah. Winston, whatever his name was.
Are you from Knox County?
Yes, sir.
How long you lived here?
All my life.
There really were tons of good games yesterday.
Are you working right now?
No, sir.
Are you on disability?
Getting started.
Okay.
Getting it started, Creed. That's like that's the new. I'm starting a job tomorrow. I'm getting disability started
Probation
tomorrow.
roll.
Yes.
Okay, no.
No, sir.
You had a felony conviction.
Mhm.
How many?
Big run.
Have you had a felony conviction?
Yeah, I think 3 of them.
Okay.
3 of them,
No
Creed.
charge.
Nonchalant.
All right.
Thinks.
You ever had a failure to appear?
No, sir.
All right.
Can we
No,
trust
but-
him to answer that honestly? I
I had a
mean,
warrant.
Hi, Mary.
Mary, you ever had a failure to appear? No,
Oh no.
I'll be here. You can count on that, my friend. Here's the sun sets. The birds sing. I will
All right,
have to break into.
Have you ever had any
I'll
history
be
of
here.
mental health issues?
No, sir.
Again,
I
a
see many
question
help, but I ain't,
you
hurt
shouldn't be
nobody now.
asking.
Okay.
Do crazy
Have you
people
ever
know
had
they're
any
crazy?
history of substance abuse issues?
No, sir.
Clean and
Are you
sober.
married? Any kids?
No, sir. I got 5 boys and 2
Ever
girls.
seen a grown
Okay.
man naked?
7 kids, Creed.
Yeah, you've been
7.
busy.
You got other family in the area?
Yeah, all my family here.
He's got a sister and another sister.
So you got a lot of family in the
brother.
area. You're a lifelong resident. What other ties to the community
No,
do
but
you
could have had
have?
a few if certain people were listening.
I got my whole family.
Okay.
Pork.
Do you own your own home? Are you involved with any groups?
sir.
Anything like that?
Cease
Okay.
and
Give
desist.
me
Do
1
those
second.
count? Don't play that song again. That count? Never, ever, ever, ever.
Yeah, don't you wish we could ask a few questions in between?
Oh, he's again. Sometimes the questioning is like, okay, we're giving you the benefit of the doubt. Apparently, you're a good, upstanding guy. You're not gonna lie to me about showing up for court or being on any kind of drugs at any time in your life. Not crazy. Neither's DTF, but if you
Yeah,
call him
speaking
for,
of which, I hope you guys
Oh.
enjoyed your calls to Santa this week. I
I
couldn't
hope-
help myself. I saw
I
that in
hope-
the group. And,
oh, I hope nobody called that. Oh, I hope you did.
oh, yeah, no few did.
You'll be getting phone calls all hours of the night for the rest of your life now.
You're welcome.
All right. For the for the aggravated burglary, that's going to be a $6,000 appearance bond.
Ooh,
On the aggravated assault domestic, that's also going to be a $6,000 appearance bond.
Big 12.
If you are released, you are not to have any contact with the alleged victim, either directly or indirectly. You're to vacate the home of the alleged victim or anywhere that they're likely to be. You're prohibited from possessing a firearm or other weapon,
It's making me.
and you're prohibited from possessing or consuming alcohol or any other controlled substances.
He's fine with that.
Have you had an attorney in Knox County previously? Who do you have? Do you remember?
No, sir.
All right, give me 1 second and we'll figure that out. So you have, since I'm not able to give you pretrial release, since these offenses are not eligible for pretrial release, we're going to be setting you a bond hearing date on November 30th, this coming Wednesday. At that time, if you haven't bonded out, you'll have the assistance of an attorney.
Hey, 102.
Creeping 102 is.
Creeping in. He's right up in it. It's 2 interesting charges, Creed. One with the breaking and entering, and then the other one's a domestic. So did he break into the house of the person he assaulted? Was this the home of a girlfriend, perhaps? And we're getting them on breaking
1
into
second
her
here.
house.
They have really good leftovers, and he wanted to get in and out quickly and not see any of his family. I don't know. Mary, it's a court of law. This is
I
where
don't know if you
people who
have.
do bad
Yeah.
things.
Do y'all have jails over in England? I've never been there.
That was good. We'll just, if this next appointment order works, then I guess we'll maybe assume that everything's going okay.
Oh,
Sorry, we've been having a little technical
Garfield.
issue here. So I see Megan Newman from the Public Defender's Office has represented you previously. Has that gone well?
Sir.
Okay. So we're going to appoint the public defender on these matters as well. Once again, this is for 1 count of aggravated assault, Class C felony. That's an aggravated assault, domestic, Class C felony. It's a $6,000 appearance bond. The conditions are what we have just discussed.
No, neither. am I.
Also, aggravated
need for
burglary,
that.
Class C felony. Also, a $6,000 appearance bond. We are going. Say that again.
How much is that all together?
We call that luggage
12,000.
collection.
So 10% of 12,000 would be $1,200 plus a bonding fee.
Mm. That doesn't sound good for him.
And we've put the public defender on these matters. And we have set these
Love it.
on
Put it in the
November
Discord.
30th in felony court this coming
Gotta
Wednesday
see that now.
for a bond hearing. And at that time, you'll have the assistance of the public defender. Do you have any questions?
I will be able to make bond.
You're
That's
able to
up to
make
you if
bond.
you
You're
got
able to make.
$12.
There is a 12-hour hold.
I already had that.
Okay, well, as soon as that 12 hours is up, then you're able to bond out.
Am I
If
wrong
you-
in thinking this guy's like 60?
I've been here like 3 days.
Well, then seems like that's enough.
Gotta be, right? At least.
Looks like the 12-hour hold expired on yesterday at 6:50 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, what is he wearing? Is he wearing white
Good to go,
slacks?
sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
These are very strange. Stretchy. Are those like leggings he's wearing?
I
The
mean,
judge?
those
I'm-
printed
like
out
Charlie,
properly.
Pantaloons.
That is.
Look at this guy coming out from under a blanket.
They were doing
It's
one
chilly
day.
in there for a little white
I
guy.
probably
Tree
think-
fort.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't even his turn.
Where is he
I
coming
don't
in, bro? He's
picture
shoveling
them.
every
Not
day.
doing anything different here.
He's
as
out
we
of the
print
tree
off other
fort
stuff.
over here that
is
we
a
made out of the
conditional
blanket
release
fort.
order.
Good looking dude.
That's an
Guys
order
having
of
a good
appointment.
time.
Both of those
Are you,
were
is the magistrate going to ask him if he has any
on the
mental
warrant
problems?
paper
That's
also,
what I'm.
so. As far as I can
I don't know,
tell,
but
this
it got-
seems to be
Just, I'm sorry. Keep an eye on 102. He is back and forth to that window nonstop.
that's-
Like he's
that's
just like,
fine. We'll be here. Thank you.
It's
Ooh.
white.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is it- Maybe has a little.
And what's
tint,
your
I
name,
don't-
sir?
yes. Yes, man. I'm
Say
sorry.
what?
Yes, Manny.
It's very tired.
Manny.
what happened to his arm? He's got a ace bandage. Yawning all into the camera. Great
Now
appearance
that
so
Wingman
far.
says that, I see nothing but like a blue tint to these now. That is so weird. I've never noticed it.
Oh, it's always it's because of the blue thing behind you hanging on the door.
Oh yeah, my Cubs jersey.
Did you fill out this document?
Yes, sir.
Is everything on here true and correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Does he look like a bitch?
So
Maki.
we're going to go through a number of
Okay.
questions and we're going to set a bond for you. Unfortunately, excuse me.
This is my first felony.
Hey, Danny B.
Ah, first felony.
So I understand.
Congratulations.
And so you have a
Big deal.
right to have an
Big
attorney. If you want an attorney and cannot afford one, this court will appoint one to represent you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything about this case if you choose not to. Anything you say can and will be used against you. And you have a right to have a preliminary hearing on these matters. So right now you're charged with B felony, methamphetamine, manufacture,
Oh.
delivery, sale.
No, say it ain't so.
Evading arrest, A misdemeanor, and resisting arrest with no weapon, B misdemeanor.
There's that hurt
the-
hand.
Methamphetamine charge, the B felony that I mentioned, is not eligible for pretrial release. And so we're going to go through a number of questions and we're going to set a bond for you. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Are you from Knox County?
Yes, sir.
How long have you lived here?
All my life.
How long is that?
Are you working right now?
No, sir.
Are you on disability?
No, sir.
When's the last time you were working?
Oh, like 2015, right before I hurt my back.
Is that why you
That's why
said
you
bent
bent
over?
Doing a
Over?
lot right now.
I understand. Are you applying for disability?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you do that here too? Bring them on in. Knock it all out at once.
Have you ever had a felony conviction?
No.
Are you currently on probation or parole?
No. No.
Is 102 shirtless? I could swear I seen some skin.
I hope so.
Have you ever had a failure to appear?
No. No.
All right. Have you ever had any history of mental health issues?
How dare you?
This man obviously
Have
never
you ever
had
had
a
any
problem in his
history of
life.
substance abuse issues?
No.
No, he was
Are you
arrested
married?
with
Any
the
kids?
meth.
No. I got 2 boys and 3 girls.
Man, they got the biggest
Do you have
families over here. in
other
Knox.
family in the area?
My mother stays in the area. Mother stays at that address. So I stay there.
Did
All
he
right,
say
so you
his
got
brother
family in the area.
lives here?
You're a lifetime resident.
District.
Do you have any
That's his
other
brother right
ties
there.
to the community?
Thank you, Carol.
This my family.
Okay, give
No.
me 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Carol is the engine, the head of the spear. He was only selling it. He wasn't using it. That makes sense.
Right.
Strictly in distribution, marketing.
Needs another boy to balance it out. 3 and 3. You know.
If he gets with that other guy, then start a whole football team.
Good point.
Oh, by the way, another great card. Margaret sent this one in. I know you can't see it because it's green.
Very clear.
But it's great where you can tell it says you're supposed to put your tongue up to that spot and trying to sing jingle bells. And it says, "Hey, don't worry, all the people at the store couldn't do it either." Thank you. And it's a Hallmark. I mean,
Oh, that's pretty funny.
only the best. Only the best.
So
Thank
on
you,
the
Margaret.
methamphetamine manufacturer delivery sale, that's going to be a $4,000 appearance bond. On the evading arrest, that's going to be a $1,000 appearance bond. On the resisting arrest, that's going to be ROR.
Oh,
Have you had an attorney in Knox County previously?
Yes.
Who'd you have?
I can't remember. It's been
Okay.
a long time.
We'll check here in a moment. Since I'm not able to give you pretrial release, we're going to be setting this case on Wednesday, November 30th, this coming Wednesday. At that time, you will have the assistance of an attorney.
Creed, you got something that we can jump to as soon as he's done with this gentleman?
Yeah, I wanted to see. So
Welcome,
Danny
Mike
B
Butler.
said over in Thurston they're doing harassment. I can't tell.
Can't tell by just looking.
You're
Yeah,
able
we'll
to make
jump in
bond.
and,
You can make
yeah.
bond. It's a total of a $5,000 appearance bond.
Cash?
Say what?
Is that cash?
No, 10%
10%. It's for $500.
plus the bonding fee.
Mm-hmm.
It's bonding fee.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I guess that's not what he wanted to hear.
No, he didn't want to hear that.
Oh my God.
So once again, you're charged with resisting arrest with no weapon, B misdemeanor. You're ROR'd on that charge. Evading arrest, A misdemeanor, $1,000 appearance bond. And methamphetamine manufacture, delivery, sale, B felony, $4,000 appearance bond. We're going to appoint the public defender on these cases. And we're going to set these cases.
I can come up with the $500 if I can make a phone call.
Well, you're
But
welcome. You're
I
welcome to
can't
do
make a
so.
phone call.
If you're still
I can't
in
do.
custody on November 30th, then you're
For
going
real?
to have the public defender. If not, you will, if you're still in there, you'll have a bond hearing in felony court with the assistance of the public
You
defender.
get me a phone.
If you bond out, they'll give you a new court
I'll be
date.
out of this jail before you can
You're good to go,
turn
sir.
around, Credence.
Yep.
All right. What you got, Creed?
To what?
We're over here with the two judges that look very similar to each other.
Want to take up anything else?
Twins.
While we're just
What's
waiting
Kenny
on
Powers
Julia with
doing
my
down there in the
clerk?
bottom
Let's see.
corner?
She's busy with calendaring, so let's hold on for a moment.
By the way, I tried. I
Maybe
guess,
I can go back with Mr.
I guess those
McClellan
closed
and,
captions are theirs. 'cause
Yeah,
I tried-
that's
Going back to
theirs.
9
Yes,
o'clock
they
on
that's they have such. That's how they have it.
Jonathan Neff supposed to be here for a probation violation hearing on an SOC. And the upshot of that is fines and fees or
So there were
anything
two
else?
people that were
No,
live.
he
over
so he was on
the
SOC.
first and one got done. So I'm guessing that was them. This is just normal stuff.
Had a
Is that
speeding
top of a
ticket of 20
camper?
miles per hour over that was committed at no valid operator's license and
Yeah.
not completed community service
yeah.
hours for the class.
Moto
And
G.
Yeah.
So at the last hearing, he came back on a warrant. The city's position was to revoke and close the case. The court did set it over to allow him time to consider some options. And I note that notice was handed to him at that hearing for today at 9 a.m. So unfortunately, without him being here to talk to Ms. Langley or discuss any different outcome, I am asking for a warrant, $1,000 cash or bond.
And he was last in custody when we handed him notice, so.
If we know if
we'll
there's
issue
any good, we
1,000
can back
cash
it up.
warrant and give notice, Mr.
well,
Neff.
let's go back to
He's not
Knox.
here.
Go ahead.
They're just doing normal things here. So there was two that were live, but
What's your
that
name,
was-
sir?
No.
Sexiest man in Knox County Jail. Oh, and he smiled. 102's about to start licking the window.
Did you fill out this document?
Yes, sir.
Is everything on here true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have a number of rights. You have a right to have an attorney. If you want an attorney and cannot afford one, this court will appoint one to represent you. You have a right to
Understood.
remain silent.
Tabadada.
Anything you say can and will be used against you. And you have a right to have a preliminary hearing on these matters.
Watch his charges be like insane.
Right now, you're charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault. That is a Class C felony.
2.
1 count of reckless endangerment. That is, looks like deadly weapon involved. That's an E felony. Since these offenses are not eligible for pretrial release, we're going to go through a number of questions and we're going to set a bond for you. Are you from Knox County?
Yes, sir.
How long have you lived here?
A whole lot.
Are you working right now?
Yes, sir.
Where are you working at?
Flooring companies called Floorline South.
How long you been there?
Flooring.
2 or 3 months, I think.
Called Jonathan and see if he could hit me a check or come sit.
All right. Are you
Who that talking?
currently on probation or parole? You on probation?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you ever had a felony conviction?
No, sir.
Seems like he went wild. He seems like a pretty calm dude, but he's
Have you ever had a failure to appear?
No, sir.
attacking people with a weapon of some sort.
I don't believe so.
Say what?
I don't believe so.
You would know. I like think it's a long sword, perhaps, like a 2-handed sword.
Are you married? Any kids?
I'm not married. I have a girlfriend and 2 daughters that I support at home.
Okay.
Shacking up,
You
Creed.
got other family in the area here?
Yes, sir. I have my mother, and my 2 little brothers, and my grandmother. My whole family really is here.
Okay. Have you ever had any history of mental health issues?
What?
You ever had any history of mental health issues?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Well, you ever had any history of substance abuse
That's the
issues?
guy in 102.
Just marijuana.
Okay.
Have you had a Netflix special about killing a lot of your family?
All right, give me
members?
1 second.
Just,
not yet. Okay.
just the marijuana, Creed. He's not
Don't mess
crazy.
with me. I'm one crazy moofoo.
That's a nice long pause both times. So they asked. I like that. Can I get away with saying it? Can I get away with saying
Ooh, what should I tell him? What should I say?
it?
Can we read this guy's charges? I'd like to hear. He's assaulted 2 people with what appears to be some sort of weapon. I need to know what it was and how. Was this over Thanksgiving dinner, perhaps?
Just a tease. We'll come back. Just a tease.
Sue has got the podium in place and ready for action. Stansberry
There he is.
coming in with his cup of soup.
I think it's hot water.
Hot
Oh,
water.
there's Sue. I just saw Sue.
I saw Sue too. Hot water. I like a nice glass of hot water.
Captain felony stuff, so I made up for it.
Okay.
Look at
All right.
you.
Well, Carmen told me about the one little snafu thing, so we're doing that one first, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-oh,
All right,
first
then we'll jump
person's
right in.
trouble.
First up is going to be Christopher Mudispaw.
Oh, I guess we're staying with it. You got that? That was my pause.
She's paused, bro.
Good afternoon, sir. Are you Mr. Mudispaw?
Yes, I am.
All right. You've got 2 cases here. You have a traffic case in which it's alleged you were operating a vehicle while impaired. Also, that you refused to submit to a chemical test and you've previously been convicted of OVI in the past, and that you were driving under an OVI suspension while driving outside of the marked lanes. Looks like you posted bond on that, but there was this second case that they didn't think you were allowed to post on, which they simply held you for. So we're going to address this as well. Did you get a copy of your traffic ticket?
No, I did not.
All right. Well,
What a
it's alleged that
badass.
all this happened on November the 25th at approximately 9:34 p.m. And they're saying that you were on Taylor Road, northbound near Cypress Street, within Pataskala County, Ohio, operating that blue 2015 Nissan Rogue, and then all those things that I mentioned earlier. So do you understand that those are the charges?
Yes.
How do you want to plead?
Not guilty.
What is your current address?
3495 Dixon Road,
City and state?
Do you think the other criminals were
Haskell, Ohio.
bullying this young boy?
Are you employed? Do you go to school? What do you do?
I am employed full-time at Sam's Club.
Sam's Club,
What
everybody.
location?
Ooh.
The Reynoldsburg one.
And how long have you worked for Sam's Club?
Almost 3 years.
He's a lifer.
Lisa Stupid, good to see you. Thank you for the twofer.
It's an OG train so far.
Juno.
He looks scared, kind of.
Wouldn't you be? You or him? I know Sam's Club for me, just Sue's Club.
Okay, so the criminal charge alleges that on or about that date that you failed to comply with the lawful order or direction of a police officer invested with the authority to direct, control, or regulate traffic. That's commonly known as failure to comply with the police order. It's a first-degree misdemeanor, so the maximum penalty is there up to 180 days in jail,
Sure, I'd let
up
him
to $1,000 fine. How do you plead to that charge?
Not guilty.
Got yourself in quite a bit of trouble there. I wish you'd reach up and touch the new logo. Just touch it.
What is that, an insurance
All
company?
right, Mr. Municipal, here's what we're going to do.
No.
I'll enter your pleas of not guilty at your request, and then I'm going to go ahead and set recognizance bonds on each of these cases. So whoever posted that bond on your behalf on the
Given mood.
OVI charge should be getting their money back, minus whatever fees are applicable. Now, these cases are not consolidated right now. It's very likely that they will be in the future. But the main thing is you have counsel. You have an attorney here that's already made an appearance on your behalf, at least in writing. All notices of future court dates will go through the attorney. It's important that you stay in very close contact with him throughout this process. Your OR bonds will carry the conditions that you not consume any alcohol or drugs while these bonds are in place. That being said, they'll get set after being randomly assigned to a judge, and notice goes out to the attorney. Any questions?
No questions.
Very well, Mr. Moose. You may go with the officer. Thank you.
Think about it
Thank
next
you.
time. Moose balls.
Drunk as a skunk.
Next, we have Jesse Capon.
Jesse. Yeah,
Mr.
the
Mooseball.
next
Good
contestant.
afternoon, sir. Are you Mr. Capon?
Yes, sir.
Is that how you pronounce your last name?
Nope.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Capon, you understand your rights in court today.
Yes, sir.
Did you receive a copy of the complaint that was filed? Or I guess there are 2 counts. You did?
Yep.
Did you read them? You understand you've been charged with both disorderly conduct as well as domestic violence?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Always
the
at the
disorderly is filed
holidays.
as an M4, so that's up to 30 days, up to a $250 fine. The domestic is an M1, that's up to 180 days, up to a $1,000 fine. How do you want to plead on this?
Not guilty.
Is he the guy that's bullying the other guy? He's a tough guy.
I don't like your attitude.
I don't either.
Oh, Mayor.
He's a tough guy.
Al Mayor's here. I can step out real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, go ahead. I'm going to be drawn.
All right. And Mr. Capon, what is your current address?
235 West Main,
City and state?
Noga Island.
Are you employed?
No, sir.
Do you receive disability benefits or are you just between jobs?
Just between jobs.
All right. I've got
How far between are
correspondence
you?
here from Ms. Van Bibber, as well as from the prosecutor's office. So let me take a quick look here at the file, and then we're going to talk about your bond. So bear with me, all right?
Yes, sir.
While we do that, you guys bear with me while I finish up this. In case you're new here, I'm working my way to becoming a courtroom artist, one of the highest paid professions you can get into. And I feel like if I can get my skills where they need to be, I could be one of the top guys in the business. And, one of the main things is really coming across how these guys are. If they're coming across angry or whatever, you gotta reach in there. You gotta grab it. You gotta let it out through your art. Hello. It has to speak, you know.
Yeah.
It has to be able to tell a story, like that guy and his tattoo on his chest. I feel like it.
I mean, one is
And as you can see, I don't mess with these layouts for a reason, because I don't like bothering with them. Oh, by the way, if you're also new, if you look down in the bottom of Discord, you see MFT at the very bottom. That's where you claim said artwork. So it's yours forever. It's a keepsake valued at pennies on the dollar. Rot coming in, being welcomed with open arms. If you haven't heard their music yet, I'm a huge fan. I've been a fan of Rots since I was a kid. I mean, those guys are really old. They're not all there anymore, but man, are they great at what they do. Make sure you check those guys.
All right. Now, without getting into what may or may not have happened back on the 24th, is there anything that you want to say before I make any decisions regarding your bond?
No, sir.
Sure about that? He's very nervous, or either he's just like insane. Look at the way he's kind of like looking around, bobbing around. Hopefully everybody has done us a solid already and like this video. If not, here's a sign asking said question. Are you guys the only ones that had hoped Creed had quit smoking over the holiday? I really had high hopes. Who's got the snotty nose? Y'all hear that snot sucking going on over there? Is that Sue? I hope Sue's not sick. I don't know what I would do if Sue got sick. Jim.
All right, Mr. Capon, you will be released on your own recognizance under the following 2 conditions, at least 2 specific conditions. And one is that you're not to consume any alcohol or drugs while the bond is in place.
That's it.
Number 2 is you're not to have any violent contact with any family or household members. So I'm not putting on a complete no contact order, but if it cops get called, there's an allegation that things got out of control. Even if you don't get charged, your bond can still get revoked, in which case you'd be stuck down there until your case gets resolved. So make sure you follow those rules. This case will be randomly assigned to a judge set for trial. You're going to get notice by mail of when that's going to be. So make sure your address is correct on the bond paperwork that you'll sign.
They call
down
that a
there at the jail.
master class.
You can hire counsel if you like. You can go for court appointed, and they have the application there at the jail. However, because you're being released, they're not going to send that down here for you. That'll be your job. And you know the drill. Don't wait until the day of trial.
You know the deal. You're a repeat offender.
You may not get a continuance. All right.
So what you're saying is I can go back to my spot. I can go back to my house.
That's correct. I'm not
My
putting on a
spot.
complete no contact order, but as I said, if things get physical over there, regardless of whether charges get filed, the bond probably gets revoked. Any other questions today?
No, sir. Thank you.
Very well, Mr. Capon. You may go with the officer. Thank
Nice, Marky.
Well done.
Over in the Credence and Bishop
Brent
show
Tyler?
group, did you see this posted by any chance?
you. Good afternoon,
that's
sir. Are you Mr. is it
disgusting.
Tyler? Is that how you pronounce your name?
Gross.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that
All right, Mr.
shrimp?
Tyler, did you understand
I
your
have
rights in
no
court based on
idea.
watching the video?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you receive a copy of the 3 complaints that were filed against you?
3, count them.
Received that for the first time this afternoon, Your Honor.
Okay, well, yeah, they were only
Olives are
filed,
fruit.
well, let's see, they were filed back in April, so. Okay, well, the first count alleges that on or about April the 6th of this year in Liberty Township, Licking County, Ohio, that you knowingly caused or attempted to cause physical harm to another. That's commonly known as assault. It's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's up to 180 days in jail, up to $1,000
Yeah, and I think shrimp.
the second count alleges that on or about the same date,
I hope
the
that's
same
fake.
location, that you knowingly caused or created a substantial risk of physical harm to the property of another without consent. That's known as criminal damaging. That's a second-degree misdemeanor, carries up to 90 days in jail, up to a $750 fine, and possibly restitution. And then the third and final count alleges on or about that same time, same location, that you did without privilege to do so, knowingly entered or remained on the land or premise of another. That's known as criminal trespass, and that's a 4th-degree misdemeanor. That carries up to 30 days in county
He had a
jail,
busy
up to
day.
a $250 fine. How do you wish to plead to those charges, sir?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, did you say not guilty?
Not guilty, correct.
Not guilty, all right. What is your current address?
1280 Blacklick Road, Millersport, 43046.
I would have guessed
Employed?
something different for him.
Yes, sir. I started
I know.
a
that's
new
what I was
position
doing.
4 weeks ago with a solar company out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm a regional manager for Western.
Regional manager.
What kind
Regional.
of what kind of
He's
business are you in
assistant to the
again?
regional manager. He's
I'm a regional sales manager for a residential solar company.
Gotcha.
door-to-door
All right,
salesman.
let me take a quick look here at the file, and then we're going to talk about your bond. So bear with me, all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
You feel like he's a predator. Is what you're
I
saying.
want to be the first.
Vampire
Please.
growl.
I gotta get my dog.
You got
Hang
me.
I learned a new word. That guy said, "Can I go back to my spot?" I thought he meant like he had a spot there in the jailhouse. He called his house his spot.
Another dog sitting out there.
He's a lifer. Organized very well, Flusher. And Dustin.
But yeah, you're still talking.
Would you buy a solar panel from this guy, Creed?
I think he's more of a Kirby salesman myself. Could be right.
Am I going with
He
them?
says solar panels.
You're done.
Yeah, it's the new Kirby.
Girl, I have to go tell
All
her.
right, without
So,
getting into what may or may not have happened back in April, is there anything that you want to say about bond?
Yes, Your Honor. It's just real important to me that I'm able to get back to work. I pay $1,000 in child support monthly to my ex-wife for my 14-year-old son, and she depends on that pretty heavily to pay her rent and expenses.
Jay.
Are you and
That
Miss
bitch.
Rushmore still involved in a relationship?
Yes, Your Honor, we are. And I contacted her over the weekend, and she's contacted by email the victim's advocate and asked that charges be dropped.
Uh-huh.
I think neither one of us knew that there was a warrant
Is there really
or charges
should you
had
be
been
doing
filed.
that? I don't think you should be contacting
Well, when
anybody.
they issued when they filed the complaint, they requested that a warrant be issued at the same time, which it was, which
Spot
simply
on.
means that you haven't had any police contact since April the 14th, because otherwise you would have been picked up earlier. Where were you that you were picked up on the warrant this time?
Hebron.
And why did you have contact with the police?
I at Kroger, and I was eating in the parking lot after I went into the store, and they drove by and just ran my plates while I was parked in the Kroger parking lot.
What'd you have for lunch?
Well, you're going to be released on your own recognizance on the condition you not have any violent contact with
That's
Rushmore.
depressing as hell.
So I'm not putting on a complete no contact order, but obviously if things get out of control, cops get called, whether charges get filed or not, your bond could get revoked and you'd be stuck in the jail until this matter was concluded. This case will be randomly assigned to a judge and set for a trial. You're going to be given notice by mail, so make sure your address that you sign that's going to be on the bond
Spoken like a
paperwork
man
that
who
you
pays
sign there
child support.
shortly, is complete and current and correct. The mail comes to the house. There's no P.O. box. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Does the mail come to the house or do you have a P.O. box?
Comes to the house. It's 1280 Blacklick Road Northeast.
Right.
Did he say
You can track your own
Blacklick?
case online too at our website. But
You
this
sure
will get
did.
randomly assigned, set for a trial. Until and unless an attorney gets involved, all notices will
I
go
saw that
directly through
movie.
you. You can hire counsel of your choosing if you wish. You can apply for court-appointed counsel and even get the application form there at the jail. But since you're being released, it'll be your responsibility to get that turned in. You don't have to get a lawyer at all, but if you do want to get one, deal with it well before your next court date. So, do you have any questions today, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Very well. You may go with the officer. Thank you.
Thank
Back
you.
to your spot.
Hit up your spot. Make sure you stop
Melissa
eating in
Dreyer.
the Kroger parking lot.
Good afternoon. Are you Miss Dreyer?
Yes, sir.
And is that how you pronounce your last name?
It's Dreyer, sir.
Dreyer. All right. Miss Dreyer, did you understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
Did you receive a copy of the complaint?
Yes, sir.
Did you read it? Do you understand what it is you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
You've been charged with a single count of domestic violence. It's alleged to have occurred on November the 27th within the village of Hebron in Lincoln County, Ohio. Specifically, they're claiming that you caused or attempted to cause physical harm to a family or household member. Now, that's a first-degree misdemeanor and carries a maximum penalties of up to 180 days in the county jail and up to a $1,000 fine. How do you wish to plead to the charge?
Not guilty, sir.
And what is your current address, Ms. Dreyer?
1167 Lake Forest Drive, Hebron 43225.
Are you employed?
Yes, sir.
And where do you work?
I work with DFAS, the federal government.
And
Ooh,
you're a
that's a
veteran?
good job.
Yes, sir.
What branch did you serve in?
The Army, sir.
And what years were you in?
2005 to 2014, sir.
And what was your MOS in the Army?
92 Yankee, sir.
And what is that?
It's logistics supply.
All right, let me take a quick look
Choose
here at
some of
the
those
file. then
army
we're gonna,
skills to allegedly
talk about your bond. So bear with
Interesting.
me, all right?
Which
Yes, sir.
I believe is a family fight.
Yankee Bravo. I'm trying to draw her. She's got too many shadows on
Police
her
report
face. I just
smaller
can't do
every
it.
day, it looks
She's got
like.
some things happening under the
Yeah.
eye.
She's got weird shadowing under her nose, weird shadowing on her eyes. She's got some creases.
One of my favorite things from hearing so much from Sue today is that the guy who starts, she goes, and yet you're still talking. Sue's got a little sass. I love it.
I'm trying to figure out who's got the snotty nose.
It's got to be Sue, right? I mean,
That's what I'm thinking. She's so
Yeah.
close to the mic, we keep hearing it.
yeah. Why it's so loud in there? That phone ringing when I was out on the porch, I thought I was step back in time.
They share the holding room is also the break room. So I mean, it's kind of awkward. You got everybody in there warming up their food, taking phone calls, dropping food on the floor like we just heard.
It did sound like a
Now,
little
without getting into
puppy.
what may or may not have happened yesterday, is there anything else you want to say before I decide what your bond should be?
No, sir.
Everybody knows how to Photoshop. If we stand semi like that, can you put our pictures in? We're standing behind that. Hi, Cole.
All right. Well,
Great
Ms.
to have.
Dreyer, I will release you on your own recognizance on 2 conditions. Number 1, you're not to consume any alcohol or illegal drugs while the bond is in place. And number 2, you're not to have any violent contact with Mr. Napier. So you can be around him, you can have contact,
Jack Napier?
but if it gets physical,
not our friend
your
Jack
bond could get
Napier.
revoked, whether you get new charges or not. So it's important you follow those 2 rules. This case will be randomly assigned to a judge and set for a trial. You'll get notice by mail of when that's going to be, and you can track your own case on our website if you like. You have the right to retain counsel of your choosing. You're eligible to ask the court to appoint counsel to represent you, which we will do if you qualify, and you can get an application form there at the jail. But since you are being released, and let me verify you're not being held on anything else.
A lot of domestic violence over the
Yeah, it's the
holiday.
holidays, man. Best time.
Doesn't look like you are. So since you are going to be released, it will be your responsibility to get the application turned in. The main thing is if you want to get a lawyer, deal with it well before the next time you're supposed to be in court. Questions?
No, sir.
Very well. You may go with the officer. Thank you, Mr. Dreyer.
Thank you, sir.
Mason Grimm.
Mr. Grimm.
Yes,
calling
sir.
Mr. Grimm.
Good afternoon, sir. Are you Mr. Grimm?
A guy.
Yes,
And Mr. Grimm, do you understand your rights in court today?
yes,
Mr.
Did
Grimm's
you
a
receive a
massive
copy
head.
of the 6 complaints that have been filed against you?
yes, sir.
Did you get a chance to review those?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what it is you've been charged with?
6 Creed.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the first count, and apparently
Headbutting
these are
people.
all alleged to have occurred on November the 23rd. So that would have been last Wednesday. So it's alleged that on or about the 23rd of November of this year, within the village of Hanover in Licking County, Ohio, that you did knowingly cause another person to believe that you would cause serious physical harm to her property, or a member of her immediate family.
Uh-oh.
That individual's name, as it relates to count 1, is Whitney Malone. Count 2 is identical, except it identifies the other person,
Brittany Malone,
Ryan
Post,
Walker.
sister.
Let's see. Count 3, also same charge, identifies an individual by the name of Tyler Coons as the other person
Wow,
involved.
everybody thought this
The
giant
next
was going to
count,
hurt him.
Same date, same charge. This time it references a Leanne Bush. The next count, same charge, same location, time, everything.
Are these other
as it
Xbox
relates in this
box
charge to a
handles?
Kristen Dennis. And I believe the last charge, again, same charge, aggravated menacing.
Another
Only
Bush?
this time it pertains to an individual named Christy Conley. Now, each of those charges, aggravated menacing, is a misdemeanor of the first degree, carries up to $1,000 fine.
I mean, he's a
up to
giant. Of
180
course
days
he's
jail term.
menacing.
You understand? You gotta say it out loud.
Yes,
And how do you wish to plead?
I plead not guilty.
And what is your current
Enormous.
address?
4289.
I believe enormous, Your Honor.
Northeast lot 12 43055.
What was the lot number?
Lot 12.
Lot 12? Okay, they have lot 412 on your complaint.
Paid off from the covenant.
All right, let me take a
Trailer
quick
park.
look here at the file.
Can we bring Miss Bush in? I'd like to talk to her.
We've got Bush.
You think he just walked down the street and started staring down like groups of people, threatening them, just yelling and screaming?
No, because I see him playing a lot of video games. I don't think he has really that much time.
Oh, you think this is a witch hunt? I like what you're saying, Creed. By the way, I didn't expect that voice to come out of him. I expected him to be like, I expected a way different voice out of this guy.
Like there's a lot to unpack for Judge Sanford.
Does his
Miss
hair have a
Perfect.
chin
So,
strap?
Mr. Mitchell, or I'm sorry, Mr. Grimm, I'll give you an opportunity to make a statement before I set your bond, but it's not wise to talk about what may or may not have happened on the 23rd because everything you say is being recorded and could possibly be used against you in the prosecution of these charges. But without getting into that, is there anything else that you would like to say here?
No, sir.
Are you a senior at Licking Valley?
Yes, sir.
He's a Licking alumni.
Do you have a job? Do you do any extracurricular activities?
I do FFFA.
What?
Future Farmers of America.
And how long have you been doing
thank you.
FFA?
Almost 4 years.
Sounds about right, Edward.
I can't say too much. I was in DECA, which is basically a marketing club.
All right. Well, Mr. Grimm, having reviewed the file, the seriousness of the allegations, the court finds that a bond of $5,000, cash surety or 10% is appropriate. Specifically, you are not to be in possession of any weapons as a condition of your bond. If you're able to post that bond,
No Morning
and you were to be
Stars,
found in
no
possession of a
Ninja
weapon, your bond could
Stars,
be revoked.
nothing in the word
Sitting in the jail
star.
until this case was resolved. Now, it will be randomly assigned to a judge and set for a trial, and it'll get set very quickly, probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks tops. You have the right to hire counsel of your choosing, meaning an attorney if you like. You can ask the court to give you an attorney for free. There's an application form available to you at the jail. And if you're not going to be able to post your bond, the jail will send that application down here to court for you. If you are able to post your bond, it will then be your responsibility to get that turned in. The key is to not wait until the day of your trial to deal with that. So, do you have any questions today?
No, sir.
All right. I'm going to leave it up to I'll put down comply with school orders regarding
Hello?
being on school grounds. So I'm not sure if they've taken any formal action. As
All right,
a
do you
school
think these were
district
like
yet,
kids that were
but if they
making
do, you
fun
have
of
to
him
comply
at
with whatever
school?
rules they set up. So,
I mean, he's
Could
obviously
be.
that
being
being said,
bullied.
if you have no further questions, Mr. Grimm, you may go with the officer. Thank you.
Thank you.
He's being bullied.
James
haven't-
McClanahan.
Could be.
Did he say Ruth McClanahan? Oh, never mind.
Good afternoon, sir. You Mr. McClanahan?
Sir. Yes, sir.
And did
Crazy
you
eyes.
watch the Rights in Court video?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand that information?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you receive a copy of the complaint that was filed in your case?
Yes, I did, sir.
Did you read it? Do you understand you've been charged with a single count of falsification?
Yes, sir.
All right. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty there is up to a 180-day jail term, up to a $1,000 fine. How do you want to plead?
I'm gonna plead not guilty today, just so I can get an attorney, sir.
All right. And what's your current address?
3609
Oh, this thing was broke.
Ontario Road, Columbus, Ohio.
Thank you, over there. Welcome back to the fold.
Are you employed?
I have my own business and I work for 2 big companies.
What business do you own?
Go on.
It's James McClanahan LLC.
What is it?
James McClanahan LLC. This is under my name.
LLC.
What kind of work do you do?
I remodel houses for Vinebrook Homes and for KC Realty Group.
Are those the 2 big
License.
companies that you were referring to that you work for?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Where's your holder warrant from?
It's Knox County, Mount Vernon, Ohio.
And you know what it's for?
Yes, sir.
What is it for?
I missed a stay hearing, whatever that is called. I didn't know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I missed a stay hearing.
Is he wearing eyeshadow or eyeliner? What is he?
I do have an attorney on that case.
Very dark eyes.
Is he an Alice Cooper impersonator part-time LLC? Welcome to my
As far as the charge on that case, is that what she was asking, sir?
Yeah, what are you charged with up in Knox County?
Knox
Possession.
County. I thought he said Knox County.
Are you on probation or is that pre-trial bond?
No, I wasn't on any probation or anything like that. They have. I was supposed to get a stay hearing, and since I live in Columbus, Ohio, my attorney is out of Mount Gilead, and he's not very good with keeping in contact with me.
He's not good
So
with
I
numbers.
didn't realize I missed it, but I did miss it, so it's my fault. So I got to go to court for that.
Well, I'll give him a chance to deal with that sooner rather than later. I'll OR you, meaning I'll release you under recognizance. Now, you're not going anywhere because of the holder. They'll keep you
Right,
for
yes, sir.
at least
Yes,
a
I
few days to see if Knox County's going to come get you. What I would strongly recommend that you do is get an application for court-appointed counsel there at the jail, but take it with you when you go to Knox
Yeah.
County, because there's no telling whether the jail will turn that in for you. But having an attorney is going to make things easier, given the fact that you've got 2 different matters going on. in
Some
2
great
different
gems
counties.
though, like a mother
Yes,
trucker.
sir.
That's why I
That
had
was
pled
pretty
not guilty
loud.
today.
These obligations, because obviously if you don't show up for future court dates here, we'll do new warrants and probably no OR bond next time. But that being
Right.
said, this will be randomly assigned, set for trial, and until and unless a lawyer gets involved, all notices are going directly to you. Any questions?
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
You may go with the officer. Thank you.
Panda.
Thank you.
Panda Man.
Owen Miller. Good afternoon, sir. Are you Mr. Miller?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Mr. Miller, we're going to take a trip
What's
to the
up,
past,
dude?
you and I, specifically back to October the 18th of 2017, and specifically inside the village of Johnstown.
2017.
Looks like, let's see here. Wow. You were accepted into diversion
Hello, Amy.
for this theft. Then there was a motion to revoke. Oh, wait a minute.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a motion to return it to active status.
Beautiful hair.
This was all this went down back in October of 2018, it looks like. So that was a year later. Warrant went out on October the 19th of 2018. So you've either been locked up someplace and been unable to come here, or you've been staying out of trouble and nobody knew you had a warrant, correct?
Yes, sir. I actually moved to Jacksonville, Florida. I'm a business owner in Florida right now. I'm trying to get everything taken care of and, do right and get my name. So that's why I came up here and turned myself in to your jail system up here. And
yeah, when did you do that?
yesterday.
Okay.
What kind of business?
Yes, sir. I have to get back down to running my business, and I was hoping that I could, by doing it this way, take care of it a little bit more speedy.
All right. So,
from 2017 now.
basically, I'm going to go ahead and put on an order that terminates your diversion and enters a conviction. Are you prepared to go forward with sentencing today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well,
he's getting scared.
It looks. I don't have a. Let's see. It doesn't say why you were terminated. Do you know why they terminated your diversion?
Yes, sir. I was unable to pay the $40 fee to take the test at the end of my diversion program.
Business owner
at the time.
No $40.
Okay.
Right. Business owner in Florida, though, Mikey. That's,
big time in it.
Your Honor, that was a very long time ago, and I've made a lot of changes in my life since then.
That's good. What kind of business do you have?
Here we go.
It's a construction business.
Of course it is.
New home construction mostly.
All right. Are you married?
Yes, sir.
Children?
Yes, sir.
How many kids?
Lot.
One child, 2 years old.
That's it, dude.
Any non-childs you want to tell us about? Because you went with one child, one non-child, 15. He's
New
building.
construction.
New construction. That's the business to be in.
Okay, so
He should have come back and done this already, though. 2017. I mean,
15.
any chance he gives him any jail time? I don't believe that, though.
I think that since he came and turned himself in,
Looks good.
he speaks clearly, has some decent answers, whether they're right or not, the truth or not.
He's got great hair.
Hey, yeah, beautiful hair.
He does. A beautiful heart.
Is it natural or you think he gets the perm?
All right, so here's what we're going to do, Mr. Miller. In order to wrap this thing up, your diversion is officially revoked. I will enter a conviction for the offense of theft on the record. And here's what we're going to do.
Exactly. Amy.
Now, bearing in mind that the sentence could be up to 180 days in jail, up to $1,000 fine. The court's going to impose a 5-day jail term. I'll give you credit for the day that you served. You got 4 more to do. And this is primarily because this thing's been sitting around forever and you never did anything with it. So I'm not going to put you on probation up here. I'll impose a fine of $150 in court costs. But once you finish up the next 4 days, then you're done. So any questions?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Miller, you may go with the officer. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
4 more big days in the pokey, but that's
Okay.
4 days. With
Next
Sue.
is Austin Mitchell.
Good point.
Good afternoon, sir. Are you Mr. Mitchell?
Mitchell.
And Mr. Mitchell, do you understand your rights in court today?
Yes, I do.
Did you receive a copy of the 6 complaints that were filed against you?
Yes.
Did
Was
you
he
read
with the
those?
other
Do you
guy?
understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, I do.
All 6 counts allege the offense of aggravated menacing, which
It is.
is defined as knowingly causing another person to believe that you would cause serious physical harm to that
The
person,
nerds
their
fought back.
property, or a member of their family. Aggravated menacing is a misdemeanor of the first degree, which carries up to 180 days in jail and a $1,000 fine on each charge.
Interesting.
The 6 different charges stem from the fact that they allege that 6 different people
Same
were
6
the
people.
targets of the behavior.
Bush will be
Count
there.
1, it's a Whitney Malone. Count 2, it is a Ryan Walker. Count
Bush.
3 is Tyler Kunis. Count 4 is a
Bush.
Leanne Bush.
There she
Count
is.
5 is a Kristen Dennis. And count 6 is a Christy Conley. So how do you want to plead to those charges?
Not guilty.
I'd love to know the story on this.
What is your current address?
2484 West High Street, apartment B,
These 2 guys were
City
the
and state?
outsiders, the quote unquote
New York,
nerds.
Ohio.
Mhm.
All right. You're a student at Licking Valley?
Yes, I am.
All right.
I hate
Senior?
this.
Yes.
All right. You participate in any extracurricular activities or do you have a job?
FFA.
I have a full-time job,
Where do you work?
cottage.
At Pizza Cottage?
Yes.
You sure?
Now, without getting into what may or may not have gone down there out at Licking Valley High School on Wednesday, because you are being recorded, everything you say could possibly be used against you. Is there anything you want to say before I set your bond here?
No, sir.
They're a bunch of assholes, Your Honor. They've done nothing but tease me and my friends since middle school. We've gotten tired of it. We don't want to deal with it anymore. For God's sakes, we don't want it.
Okay, fine.
They finally stood up for themselves and the law was called. Terrible.
He did say this was something that happened on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mr. Mitchell, I'll set your bond at $5,000 cash surety or 10% with the following conditions: that you're not to be in possession of any weapons, guns, knives, clubs, what have you. And you're going to comply with all Licking Valley Schools orders regarding you being on school grounds. So I don't know whether they've taken any action yet or what's going on with that. That'll be a wholly separate and distinct thing from the criminal proceedings.
They're
Now,
getting kicked out of
this
school.
case
I
will be
guarantee
randomly
you.
assigned to a judge and set for a trial. You will get notice by mail of when that's going to be. If you're able to post your bond and get out, well, you can hire an attorney if you like, and you can go for court appointed if you want. If you're going to
Buy
go
a
court
solar
appointed, get the
panel in
application from the
Pennsylvania.
jail. If you post your bond and you're going to get out, you'll have to turn it in. If you're not able to post that bond, they
Pizza
should send it down here
Cottage.
for you, and your bond can be revisited in the future. So, although I'm leaving it at $5,000 today, it could be reduced in the future. But that being said, do you have any questions today?
No, sir.
Very well, Mr. Mitchell. You may go with the officer. Thank you.
If you're looking for some pizza and you don't mind some menacing, Pizza Cottage. Come around here. Don't be talking no crap.
Oh, boy.
Pizza Cottage. If you have to gum your pizza, come on down, Pizza Cottage.
What do you think? This one and out, or what do you?
All right. Next up, we have Leslie Nielsen. You're Miss Nielsen, correct?
Leslie Nielsen?
All right, Miss Nielsen.
Griggs?
Do you understand
Big
your rights in
fan.
court today based on your watching the video?
Yes, sir.
And did you get a copy of the complaint?
Yes, sir.
Did you read it and do you understand what it is you were charged with?
Yes.
It looks like a criminal trespass. It's an M4. So the maximum penalties are up to 30 days in jail, up to a $250 fine. How do you want to plead?
Not guilty.
And what is your current address?
196 South 5th Street, Newark, Ohio.
And is that vertical?
Yes.
Okay, but you're able to get your mail there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good.
I'm probably going to go to the Salvation Army.
Okay.
Once I get out, I'm done camping.
She's had it. She can't take no more of that.
See, hey now.
There you go.
I have no idea even where all my stuff's at.
She's a gummer and a hummer.
It doesn't
everybody.
look like there's nothing in the police report about what they ultimately did with the property. So Are you going to be applying for an attorney?
Yes, probably.
Okay, we'll get an application form there at the jail, but I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. So that means it's your job to get it turned in. They can probably, if you get an attorney, they can probably help try to track down your property as well. But
Yeah, because they didn't let me take nothing, like
sure.
anything.
Not even my teeth.
Well, the case itself
Left it
is
all
going to be
behind.
randomly assigned to a judge and set for a trial. And until we get an attorney on your side of things,
She's
all
looking
notices are
awful.
going to go directly to you. So make sure the address that you put,
Hi, Rochelle.
be sure that you
Hey,
can get mail.
Rochelle.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Any other questions today, Ms. Nielsen?
No, that's it.
Then you may go with the
Leslie
officer.
Nielsen,
Thank
I
you.
know a guy
Thank
looking
you.
for a roommate.
Somebody is renting it is, and it's not in my name, and it's not in anybody else's name. It's in somebody else's name.
Mikey, may I present to you Pizza Cottage? It
Pizza
actually looks pretty damn good, actually.
They've got fried pickles. I mean, they've got it all.
They got the fryer. They're
It's the
working.
fried cheese.
But the fried mozzarella.
Oh, it's the fresh mozzarella, just like Mom used to
Um,
make.
The fried pickles look pretty good. They look like they're not going to be. You ever get a little bit of sogginess in between
Oh, yeah,
the fried part and the
Mhm.
pickles? It's they got the papas. They need to put a little cheese on that garlic bread.
Oh, that's some sad garlic bread. I will say that.
Thank you for calling them boneless chicken tenders, not boneless wings.
Oh, there's nothing more to. Oh, speaking of wings, I used to always go to. I'm going on a tantric right here. I used to go to Walmart and get the bucket. They had a bucket where you could get like 3 meats for like
Yeah.
$15. Okay,
Thank you.
I go there. I was like, you know what? I haven't been inside of a Walmart in about 9 months. I went the other day. I said, I'm gonna grab some of these wings on the way out. Why not? I go there and said, let me get the bucket. I want some of those rancher wings, some of those Carolina heat, some of the. And she says, whoa, 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 big boy. We don't have the bucket no more.
Oh,
So you don't have the bucket no more. Okay, well, yeah, you gotta buy them individually now. I said, well, okay. How much are they by the pound? No, sir. We don't sell them by the pound anymore.
how do you sell them then?
Okay, you don't sell them by the pound anymore. How do you sell them? 6, 12, or 24.
Okay.
I said, okay. How much is it for 6 wings? Let me look, sir. Oh, that's going to be $6.87 for 6 chicken wings.
From Walmart.
Granted, with this bucket, I used to get like 25, I would say, at least.
Yeah.
At least. Maybe more. Maybe 30. So it's a little over $1 a wing now at the deli.
No, ain't happening.
Unbelievable.
This is a bit interesting here.
I don't know how I feel about that. Is that a piece of bread on top?
It says that it's topped with a second dough.
Second dough.
Literally kicked the butt.
Uncooked, apparently, because the way it looked like it.
And it's Cheddar Steak Club's calling my name.
Okay.
Got some
I
decent
like
looking food there.
I don't see any prices. That worries me. But they do have a food truck, Creed.
Oh yeah, they do. No shit.
I'm very sad. So sad.
No.
That's
No,
that's a lot of indigestion right there.
No.
Hey, is that him answering the phone? No, it's not. Never
Why
mind.
is she so confused at this picture right here? Has she never seen somebody eat pizza before? Or?
My daughter, the glutton.
Yeah, is she just embarrassed because of the way that she
And the dad's over there like, yeah,
get it, girl. Yeah.
put it
you gotta-
down. Put it down.
You gotta pound down that hey Jill.
Yummy.
Jill, you gotta pound that whole hog pizza.
She also doesn't know how to talk. Yummy pizza, best ever. Yummy pizza, best ever.
It's just really good. That's why mom's confused because of her English. Just before
What
that,
a-
she was swearing and saying stupid stuff.
What a paid endorsement from Jill. You know, when I'm looking to buy food, Creed, I've got, Yelp reviews. Sure, those are great. You know, you look and see if anybody's wrote a review at the bottom. That's good too. But if you go by the Jill 5-star standard,
Yes.
you can't go wrong. It's always Jill. Always.
No offense to the Pizza Cottage trunk, but
That's a pricey slicey.
all you have is a garden salad and you get 2 kinds of subs. It's
Yummy pizza. Creed.
But they do have some Cons chips. Which I'm not sure.
Con.
No.
Those also are made by our friends at Frito-Lay. I have a feeling it's a bag of chips. I'm going on the record. I do not think those are like house made. See, bag of chips.
Never seen
Flavorless
Cons.
looking chips.
Homegrown in Ohio. All right, well that makes sense.
No, thank you.
Anyways, that is it for court. Sorry, I had to look at where that kid was. Oh, all right. Original barbecue, green onion, salt and vinegar. No salt,
No salt.
wavy original, wavy barbecue, cinnamon and sugar, and sweet mesquite.
Cinnamon and sugar. You lost me on that one. Hopefully we didn't lose you guys during the show. And you've given this a good old like. If you haven't done so now, please take the time. Today, just a quick glimpse into the future. 405. We got a lot of stuff. We missed the chase over the holiday, Creed. It was very quick. We're going to watch that out of LA, as well as 4 chases in Brazil, Creed. That's right. We're going international today. Why not?
Why
Chase
not?
Monday. Why not?
Love it. Thank you, guys. We'll see you at 405.
Yeah, that's the way we do it. Big thank you to Carol, Snoopy, and the Terminator, all riding hard on that monetary monorail. Until next time, guys, don't be menacing.
Hello, Bozo.